Welcome to the 10th episode of the National Flag series. In this series I'll be covering the history, symbolism and different designs of each national flag, going alphabetically from Afghanistan to Zimbabwe. For my list, I'll use all nations as recognised by the UN, as well as a handful that are not. At the end of each instalment, I'll give the flag a score out of 50. Let's begin the 10th episode, Austria. The flag of Austria is a simple and well-known piece of vexillological design that is representative of the deep and fascinating history of the Central European nation. I'm uncertain if this is a bicolour or a tricolour due to the repeating red. Interestingly, there is no official shade of red given by the Austrian government. However, the military does give an exact colour of the red on the shield on the coat of arms, so that's the colour code I've used. Speaking of the coat of arms, as coat of arms go, this is one that is fairly often seen, occasionally as a central motif on the flag. The single-headed black eagle symbolises Austria's sovereignty, whilst the red and white on the flag represent strength and peace, respectively. As a major principality of the Holy Roman Empire and the centre of the Habsburg monarchy, the Archduchy of Austria was a major player on the European political stage. Its flag is, of course, identical to today's design, and the colours come from the Babenberg dynasty, the Habsburgs' predecessors. Here we can see the first instance of usage of the Habsburg yellow and black colours. At this point in history, the double-headed eagle is set upon a field of yellow. The Austrian Empire was the realms owned by the Habsburg monarchy, hence the black and yellow bicolour. This flag is a very powerful design which I think is still effective today, perhaps due to the rare occurrence of the two colours together. In 1866, following Austria's defeat at the hands of Prussia and the dissolution of the German Confederation, Austria and the Kingdom of Hungary joined as equal partners to form the dual monarchy of Austria-Hungary. The civil ensign on screen now demonstrates the two entities as separate but unified, and is one of my all-time favourite flags. I particularly enjoy the simplified coat of arms, taking on a form that is almost emblematic. After the defeat of the Central Powers in the First World War, the Austro-Hungarian Empire was dismantled and the First Austrian Republic established. The flag was identical to today's design. As a precursor to Anschluss, the Federal State of Austria was set up, featuring today's flag with an older version of the coat of arms in the centre, often nicknamed the Corporate Edition. To me, this flag is effective at invoking a sense of menace and dominance that the Central European fascist regimes wanted to instill. Following the Nazi German merge with Austria shortly before World War II broke out, Austria, of course, underwent another flag change to the Nazi swastika. I'm sure it goes without saying that Hitler and the Nazi Party's branding throughout their territory was overwhelming and very thorough. The colour choices and overall simplicity of the flag were extremely effective. 1955 saw the return of an independent Austrian state when occupying powers ceded the territory after the Austrian State Treaty. On that day, Austria was declared to be permanently neutral, and that government and policy remain intact to today. Austria is comprised of 9 states, all of which have flags. Despite the title, these flags on screen are actually technically called the civil flags of the Austrian states. The state flags of the Austrian states are these designs with the individual state coat of arms in the centre. As you can see, all the designs are very simple, with the majority being bicolours. I enjoy the simplicity and consistency, however there is the obvious point about confusion between the flags of Vienne, Vorarlberg and Salzburg, all having identical civil flags. Many of today's flags' ratings are fairly straightforward, such as the first. 10 out of 10 for simplicity, with 3 stripes and 2 colours, not much more needs to be said. Whilst the flag, like its nation, is very historically important, and the colours do have official attribution. I feel I must give a 9 due to the quirk that the shades are not officially defined. Full marks for colours. The flag is almost overly simple and loses marks for distinctness. No text or seals, so 10 out of 10, although I do feel that the coat of arms would suit the Austrian flag very well and is often seen as a variant. So then, Austria receives a final rating of 42 out of 50, a commendable effort which places it middle of the pack on the leaderboard thus far. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed our first dip into double digits on the National Flag series. Next episode will be Azerbaijan, our second Caucasus country.